The streamer who faked the disability for donations. Who could possibly do such a terrible, horrible, awful thing? Let's find out.
Zillion claimed that he had been in a wheelchair since 2011 after being involved in quite a serious car accident. In mid-2012, around a year after the incident, he'd gone on to create a Twitch account before gaining a reputation for his personality, gaming skills, and finally, his physical disability as a wheelchair streamer. Within months, Zillion OP had become a Twitch partner and was streaming to an audience of between 200 and 400 viewers per stream, leading to—
which, by the way, was a big deal. Like 200 to 400 viewers back in the day, big deal, big dick.
The subscriptions and donations, fueled in part by Zillion's unfavorable physical circumstances. As a whole, in the beginning, there was absolutely no reason as to why the audience might assume that, for some reason, Zillion wasn't actually disabled. That would be until January 2013, approximately 6 months after beginning his streaming journey, when Zillion OP's promotional Facebook page would be hacked, creating initial suspicions that his apparent disability was nothing more than one giant hoax.
I didn't even know this happened. What the fuck? I don't remember this at all. This is some in-depth reporting. Some CNN
the hacker,
shit.
who seemed to have known Zillion personally, began publicly posting to the Facebook page in posts that confidently suggested Zillion was able to walk and was therefore a fraudster, swindling sympathy money from his audience. Don't get angry, Zillion, just walk away from the computer for a minute. I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's a chip-in button for a charity. Let me steal your money, maybe. We're not like—
Oh my god. That was actually, I forgot all about that. The fucking, call me maybe. Holy shit. That's like a meme that I haven't thought of in like 5 years. Holy fucking shit. It was on Facebook too.
Thank you, sir. We wouldn't mess with your PayPal. Unlike you, we're above stealing money from those in need. Hey guys, I'm sick. Donate to me to pay my hospital bills. I'm giving away a keyboard that was given to me by another fool who doesn't care that I scam my viewers for money. Hi guys, who wants to raise money for some kids? Daddy needs a new set of legs. Did some squats tonight, my thighs are on fire. Please stop—
Oh my god. It's like, imagine if they wrote all of this and they were wrong. Like, imagine how big of an asshole you would be to write all of this and you're wrong. Oh my god. Eyes on fire. Yeah, that's the first thing I was thinking of. Yeah, so people would have 100% fucking, like, I wonder how they knew. That's what I'm curious about. I wonder how they fucking knew.
DDoSing
How'd they know? What I'm assuming, the way that I'm assuming that they knew is that, I mean, like, they knew him. Maybe it was an IRL friend. Maybe that was it. They could have had, like, the only other thing that I could have possibly thought of is, like, maybe they were able to get his real name and find it in a database and they didn't see any information about it, so they assumed he was faking it. Like, I don't know. I think there's like 3 or 4 different things you could have done to, like, maybe figure this out, but none of them have a 100% success rate other than, like, knowing the guy in real life and knowing this is a fact. Yeah, they probably knew him in real life. Yeah. Or you could have just seen the guy walking around, you know, out in public. Because, like, back then, like, streamers didn't have the same notoriety that they did now. So, like, you could walk around in public and, like, nobody ever noticed you or anything.
In spite of these posts hinting that Zillion was a fraud, the hacker didn't post any actual evidence proving that this was in fact the case. Therefore, Zillion's Facebook audience simply assumed that the hacker was a troll who was using the opportunity to publicly mock Zillion's handicap status. However, in light of these posts, the audience would notice that Zillion did have a history of engaging in fraudulent activity for his own personal gain.
He was playing Diablo 3, right? Like, I mean, yeah, people scammed each other all the time in that game.
For example, on the 10th of January 2013, just 10 days before his Facebook was hacked, he'd be banned on Diablo 3 as a result of beginning his stream whilst having a botting script active. The incident—
Look, I can understand, like, you guys might not remember this. Back then, everybody was botting. Like, everybody was botting. Like, it's like, yeah, it was... everybody was fucking botting back then. Everyone was cheating, buying gold, like doing all kinds of bullshit. That's a lie. Back then, dude, a lot of people I knew were doing. Everybody that I knew was botting. I wasn't? Okay, all right, Jesus. Thanks a lot.
will be shared to Reddit where it
I
received
didn't
over
bot either.
700
No, fuck that. I
upvotes,
didn't
with a
wanna risk
post
my
also
account.
explaining that Zillion lied to his audience about the ban, stating that it was for account sharing as opposed to the reality for botting.
Yeah.
Although the craziest comment on this entire post was without a doubt this one. It makes me question whether he is really in a wheelchair. Maybe it's all just part of the act to garner sympathy. While this comment was only speculation at the time, only 4 months later on the 5th of April 2013, something would happen
was
while
it.
Zillion was streaming,
Right
proving
here.
this Reddit comment correct, whilst ending Zillion's entire career in the process.
The thing is, I have always been of the mindset that if Twitch didn't ban him, he could have just stayed in the wheelchair and he could have said, yeah, guys, sometimes my legs work, sometimes they don't. You know, like, it was a miracle. Like, I mean, haven't you guys ever read the Bible? You know, he could, like, go all the way. Like, there's, like, 3 different ways you could go with it, right? You could go with the scumbag thing, like, yeah, I scammed you guys, but it is what it is, right? You're still gonna watch me, right? Hey, it is what it is, right? And, like, I bet people would still watch him because of that. He could have gone with that angle. He could have gone with the angle that, like, a while ago, I was able to walk. I've started to read the Bible. He could go with the religious angle, right? You could go with the religion, like, you know, Jesus cured my legs. Go with that instead. He could also go with the deny angle. He could have said that, you know, oh, well, I didn't really, you know, like, it was a weird, like, Photoshop thing, and like, actually, like, that clip is not real, and like, you know, try to delete it and take it down everywhere. Like, there's gotta be, like, there were like 3 other ways he could have gone with this, but he didn't because he got banned. Yeah, he got banned. What sword? Yeah, exactly.
Watch, check it out. Get on your mount and follow me.
Here we go.
Maybe I don't want to follow you.
When it's easily
Right here,
outgeared.
right here.
Our dog. Oh my God, we took our dog.
Jesus, thank
like,
you.
to the fish shop today.
Thank you,
Because
Jesus.
God loves just like going out and meeting new people.
You know, we always said that miracles stopped happening whenever, you know, God invented cameras. Thank God that we have a few exceptions to the rule, and we can still see the good Lord's work. Yep. He never, maybe he didn't know how, maybe he was in a wheelchair because he never knew that he could stand. And Jesus helped him stand on his own 2 feet. Can you believe that? Wow.
take him to like, and then I was like, oh, this is so cute. Like he's cuddling with me because he's scared.
If you believe that actions speak louder than words, Zillion turning his camera downwards to hide his empty wheelchair was basically the same as him saying, I've just exposed myself doing something that I definitely shouldn't have been doing. His girlfriend seemed to realize this as well. She was the one in the background of the call telling the story about their dog. The second Zillion gets up, she pauses.
See, he could have said, the thing is, like, the guy could have said, there are a lot of people in wheelchairs who can still get around a little bit, but they can't walk for extended periods of time. They have other types of disabilities where they are mostly in a wheelchair, but they can move around in very limited spaces. Like, he could have played this off. Trust me. If he had been talking to me about it, he'd still be streaming. Okay? Like, we could have gotten through this. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. And the thing is, like, I realize that anybody can rise above any controversy. It doesn't matter what it is. Bill Clinton literally got his dick sucked in the Oval Office. And everybody still fucking likes him. And they still liked him. At least back then they did. They thought, you know, it is what it is, right? He got his thing. He didn't give a fuck. And nowadays people look at it as Giga Chad. Yeah, it didn't matter. It was, it's just, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, it's whatever, right? And then look at Donald Trump. It doesn't matter. Like, as long as you can fucking, like, look at Keemstar. Like, there, you can just, you get around. Look at Bobby. Look at Bobby. But he's just, it's the will to survive. He doesn't have the will to survive.
Mid-sentence, then lets out a very panicked oh my god,
Our dog. Oh my God.
before going on to tell some very rushed, possibly improvised story about heading to the fish shop earlier that day. After Zillion's camera was turned away from his empty wheelchair, the stream would end. However, the chat would continue to discuss what they had just seen, and seemingly in a state of panic, Zillion joined the discussion by both gaslighting and lying to his audience about what had just happened. WTF, did Zill just stand LOL? No, I found
Waffle Mao.
hell. I pushed off my chair and ate it.
Raffle
Oh my gosh,
Mao.
Zil. I'm gonna say, it did look like you stood up. Is he alright? LOL.
He did.
He got back to the keyboard. He is okay. I'm pissed and in pain. Wait, so the stream's over? I need to
See,
fix
look what he
myself.
says. I was going to say that I figured you were holding yourself up with your arms. You see, people are always going to find an excuse. Remember what I said. It's easier to convince people to scam people than to convince them that they were scammed. See? And they will convince themselves. They're doing it on their own. He fell.
And my dog dumped water on everything. I will try and be back. It hurts to breathe. I hit my side on the corner of the desk.
Oh my God,
Poor Zil.
bro.
I'm gonna die for a few. I will try to be back soon. Is he walking? Yeah, he stood
needs,
up.
look at this. You need a medic. He needs help. Go, go, go. 911 now. Like, he's going to go way down. Like, he might need you. Like, yeah, there it is. Everybody's super positive. They're like, man, I really hope you're okay, dude. I hope you're fine.
And walked, then the camera went off. The viewer known as Indie Rocker, who had written this final message, would then take to Reddit shortly thereafter, continuing the discussion around what had just happened. Indie Rocker here felt so gypped when I saw him stand up and walk, called it out and all my comments were deleted straight away. Wish I had
I remember Kriparian. I remember him saying what he said, and he was like, well, you know, you know, you give money to people on the internet, and then, you know, it is what it is. Like, I remember this was so fucking funny. And like, it was true, right? Like, because like, really, people are just like so naive. They're like, well, we don't know if he's in a wheelchair or not, right? There's no evidence of this, really. It's like, okay, sure.
donated money to this guy. Zillion, deleting any comments calling him out, instantly suggested that he was guilty. His story didn't exactly add up either. If he had really fallen out of his seat, how was he able to get up and move the camera so that it was no longer facing the empty wheelchair? Additionally, after the VOD was clipped, viewers noticed that Zillion walked away without any problems, as seen in the reflection of the fish tank behind him, and in the wake of this discovery, the fraudulent moment would be shared to every corner of the internet. The person who originally hacked Zillion's Facebook page would also find the clip, prompting him to log into the page once again before making another hacked
Wait, another one? Wait, he didn't even change his password? He's like, man, this guy keeps getting on my account. I wish he'd stop. I wish he'd stop getting on my account. I'm trying to post here and he keeps posting stuff on here. Like, just 8K? Bro, 8K was a lot of money back then. You guys got to remember, like, back then, so like streamers back in the day, yeah, they made a lot of money. But it's nothing like it is now. It's not even in the same universe. Like, streamers are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now they're making millions. 8K is a lot now. It is a lot now. You're right about that. It is. But if you compare it, if somebody who fakes something like this now, they would have made 80K. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it was 8K a lot. Like, the numbers were smaller then. Everything was smaller then.
Post which stated, "So what a day. I wake up to be informed of what has happened. I read all the articles, all I can say is karma. You deserve everything you have coming to you, Zillion. I do hope you put those legs to use and get a real job. You owe a lot of people money now. What I find funniest about this is your terrible cover-up of it all. The streaming business is a much better place without creeps like you in it. Oh, and by the way, this isn't James. It's Matt in brackets Hypno, you fool, with..."
Damn, bro. Mask off. Oh my God. I love it. Oh my God. That is so fucking funny. Wow. What a fucking, like, that, the mask off moment. Holy shit. God damn. Big dick Matt, huh? And so, yeah, it's, in my opinion, I feel like if somebody did this now, they could get away with it. They could have, I think he could have gotten away with it even then. I do. Like, you think about, like, I mean, is it Syndicate still making videos? Josh OG's still streaming. And they scammed people out of way more than $8,000. But you know how they handled it? Josh OG, he did the right thing. He did the right thing. Never talk about it. Somebody brings it up, fucking ban him. Somebody actually pushes the issue, you have to make a comment. You know, it is what it is. Well, you know, let's go to the next game. You know, and that's it. And you know what? It worked. It fucking worked. Syndicate watches you. Listen, yeah, he watches me recently. He talked to me recently in here. What's up, dude? How you doing? That's a good one on that CSGO Lotto thing. That was good. And also good job on beating Wings of Redemption. That shit was funny too. Yeah, for sure. What did Syndicate do? Yeah, he was involved with it too. Yeah, and like that's the thing, right? Is like he just slipped. Yeah, he just slipped. Is what it is, right? And so look, I genuinely believe that he could have risen above this if Twitch didn't ban him. Could have risen above it. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I just like it's just could have it's so fucked up, man. It's so absolutely fucked up. And I just goes okay. Are you actually bad? Actually bald, or is it just a scam? Yeah, I shave a widow's peak on my forehead. I've actually got a perfect hairline, guys. The bald thing's all a big meme. Okay, yeah. Listen, and like imagine, I actually think that the more he would try to cover it up and make up fake excuses, the more entertaining the stream would have been. He would have gone up in viewers the more extravagant and the more like ridiculous the lies were. So like he'd come on the next day with like a bandage around his head and he's like, oh my god, I fell down, I hit my head, and it's like obviously it's a towel, and then he's like, oh my god, after I hit my head I got a concussion and now I have to, so I'm not only in a wheelchair but I've also hurt my head too, bro. Like oh my god, it's just, you could have kept going, man.
Hypno being an old friend that Zillion used to stream with from around 1 year prior. However, an I told you so hacked Facebook status was only the beginning of the repercussions against Zillion OP. When Twitch would learn of the fraudulent activity, his account would be banned permanently, with an official statement by Twitch reading, "The Twitch broadcaster Zillion OP did indeed have his channel closed and his partnership contract terminated on the basis of fraud."
So basically Twitch is banning disabled people. That is fucked up. And like that's what he should have said. He should have fucking said that, because I bet there is probably something fucking wrong with him if you're sitting there playing video games all day. Just get a doctor to say something's fucking wrong with you, post evidence of it, and then turn it around on Twitch and say, I can't believe I just got banned on Twitch for being disabled. I can't believe this. Like, I can't believe it. Like, this is just ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna sue him, right? And then, like, I've got to raise money for the lawsuit. And then he raises the money. He's like, you know, Twitch is gonna win anyway. People are like, where's the money? Anyway, guys, let's go on to the next game. You know? That's what he should have done. Yeah, you never stop. You never back down, man. The will to survive.
Moving forward, we'll be offering refunds to those who subscribe to his channel through Twitch. We have zero tolerance for this type of behavior, and the character demonstrated in this situation is truly reprehensible.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You let plenty of other people scam their audience all the time. Yeah, right. Yeah, this is, yeah, right.
His actions are a huge slap in the face to Twitch community members with real disabilities such as Aaron and groups such as Able Gamers, who have helped spread a message of inclusiveness and positivity to not only the Twitch community, but gaming as a whole.
I wish they would do this again. Like, I wish Twitch would come out and fucking, what's the word for it? Oh, man. Let's see, what's the word for it? Like just fucking let him know. Like, just let him know. Be like, yeah, bro, like, we fucking banned his ass. Like, everybody's tired of his bullshit. You didn't like him anyway. Let's be honest. Fuck him. You know? Like, yeah, fuck him. And that's it. Yeah, just let him know. That's what it was. You remember whenever, who is an ass, according to Gavin? And then everyone was like, well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, he kind of is. You know? That's what it was. Let him know.
However, this was still only the surface of what would become the Zillion OP disability rabbit hole. In July 2013, just 3 months after his massive expose, a user by the name of Inigo Montoya TV would upload a video titled Zillion and Panthoria Meet OMFG, in which Zillion can be seen standing up straight with seemingly no need for any wheelchair assistance.
There's Zillion. He has legs. We got Zillion.
Oh, that's smart. He shaved it. He cut his hair and shaved his beard so people can't recognize him. That's smart.
Should be. It's live. They're gonna go nuts. They're gonna be like, what? Zillion? Because no one's seen you since
This is
it went.
recorded on a Nokia flip phone.
He has no beard. Look at this. No beard. Look at how much he lifts.
Interestingly, Zillion had also shaved his beard, making him almost unrecognizable, which might have been a deliberate move to avoid further public humiliation.
Yep.
The beard would make a comeback when Zillion started streaming on Hitbox TV in 2015.
Smart.
However, he'd find little success given his obliterated reputation, so there was really no discussion about the streamer for 7 whole years between 2013 and 2020. However, this
Exactly. And so this is what I think he should have done. As I said before, what I think he should have done is he should have just completely made a victim out of himself. Absolutely. He can stand, not walk, guys. Yeah. Yeah, fucking say some bullshit like that, right? And like, there's always a way that you can, like, dumb people and people that believe it, if you can get people to believe it, it's very hard to get them to unbelieve it.
Would change once again when the internet would discover a channel that looks suspiciously familiar, going by the name of It's Bluish. The streamer running this suspicious page was clearly Zillion, and it would hilariously be the person who originally hacked his Facebook page in 2000.
Matt's Revenge. The Watchful Guardian. The hero we need. The Arch Nemesis. That was 7 years. You thought we've forgotten.
13, who would once again expose him on the live stream
Again?
subreddit in a post reading. Streamer Zillion OP, banned for faking
I
a
wa-
disability, has returned
I
under
reacted
a new
to this.
alias and just got partnered. However, this is where the story takes a bit of an interest.
Hey, don't ever think that streamers don't get hate watchers, right? I told you hate watchers were real.
Turn. With Zillion having somewhat of an audience once again, he'd begin to put forward numerous pieces of evidence showing that he had actually been in a wheelchair during the early days of his streaming career. In one notable moment, he'd pull up his Facebook before showing numerous wheelchair photos whilst out in public just prior to beginning his streaming.
I saw this, like, what is this? Like, so you fucking, you color code your face to be blue? Like, who thought this was a good idea? Like, this guy, and like, you can tell this guy's an idiot, right? How can you tell he's an idiot? He's still got the sticker on the top of his hat. Yeah, he's got the sticker on the top of his hat. You can tell, like, listen, anybody who's got a hat, and like, y'all have seen this, right? Like, these people that have like these fucking hats that still has the sticker on it, but the hat, they bought it and it was white, and like now it's like that color there because they don't want to wash it and they can't take the sticker off because the sticker keeps it fresh. So you've got this dirty ass fucking rag on your head, but it's got a sticker saying it's brand new. Yeah, I've seen it before. He should be banned. He's doing blueface. Yeah, he's smurfing. Wait, let me make sure that I, okay, I'm gonna move it up so you guys can see him. There he is.
Journey.
My beard's much shorter there. I was in the wheelchair beforehand. Me at concerts.
Yep.
Me out traveling. Me out doing everything. This was just like I was in a wheelchair. I did get better, and I am obviously no longer in a wheelchair.
Unless for some reason Zillion had lived a year of his life in a wheelchair for the sole purpose of looking disabled prior to beginning his streaming journey, it was basically confirmed that Zillion was most certainly disabled, or at least had been temporarily. This is where Wavy Web Surf comes into the mix, who's another...
So that's that. So he did it. How is it, Lipton? So he did exactly what I said. Lipton with the 10 gift community subs. I appreciate that. How is it? It took him 7 years to come up with what I came up with in 7 seconds. Like, bro, like, I feel like this guy's a bad decision maker. This is face that bellier. Come on, guys.
YouTuber here on the platform. Many of you will already know exactly who he is, but we'll still leave a link to his channel in the description below. After Wavy Web Surf would learn of Zillion's return in June 2020, in conjunction with the newly found evidence that Zillion was disabled at least to some degree, Wavy Web Surf would conduct an hour-long interview with Zillion to get the full story from his perspective. Throughout the interview, it feels as though Zillion is speaking in a way that's truthful. It doesn't feel like he's trying to hide anything. So under the assumption that this whole discussion wasn't yet another lie, here's what they discovered. Firstly, Zillion wasn't lying about either the car accident or needing to be in a wheelchair.
I was in a wheelchair for 2 years. I was in a car accident, which put me in a wheelchair for more than a year prior to streaming.
And therefore, the disability was never fabricated out of the blue in order to gain extra donations.
And, you know, with these Facebook photos, that just by you showing those photos that you created a fake, you know, disabled personality, that's completely not true. And
Correct.
The problem was that at some point in the journey, there was clearly a shift from not being able to walk to being able to walk.
When I started streaming, I needed it like completely.
Okay.
It was my 100% go-to. If I needed to go to the bathroom, I was getting out of my bed, pushing myself in a chair and going to the bathroom.
However, none of this was disclosed by Zillion at any time. Therefore, he concluded his lack of explanation about where he was at in his journey was one of his biggest shortcomings.
do you feel like you screwed up in the sense that, like, when you are integrating your disability so much in stream that it may have put off a certain image that you were wheelchair bound when you weren't? Are you willing to admit?
Bro, it's a fucking fake bullshit. Like, all right. It's funny to see this shit happen, right? I love this. Yeah, like, it's obviously, obviously he's fucking manipulating people. Obviously, like, just call it what it is. It is what it is.
that perhaps not updating people was a mistake
That
there.
was it was my biggest mistake, not updating people. I should have been open about the recovery from day one. My wheelchair is part of my stream, and it's something where people see me do wheelies and something people see me stuck in. I should 100% have been like, hey guys, today at physical therapy, I walked 2 steps.
Yeah. That would have helped.
What an exciting day for me, and I didn't say a damn thing.
The way that Zillion talks about his past...
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that incredible? Like, he knew? Of course he knew. The thing is it's like, let me think of a way to put this, man. If I recall, Tally and Mufasa were going to move in with him before they found out he faked and noped away from it. Yeah. Like, it's just greed makes you do dumb shit. No, the thing is, like, here's what happens, right? Like, I don't know how much of this is true. Here's what I've always assumed. As soon as I see somebody lie to me about one thing, I assume everything else they say is bullshit. Like, everything else that you say, like, this is the way that I read articles, is that as soon as I read one inaccuracy in an article, I assume everything else that is in the article is complete bullshit. Because I don't know the other stuff for sure, but I know this. And so what are the odds that the other stuff isn't also bullshit, and I just don't have the knowledge to know that. And so, yeah, and so that's the way I look at it. Judge Judy Occam's razor, yeah. What's the odds that somebody that lies to you is going to lie again? Yeah, of course.
Mistakes clearly shows that he's learned his lesson. He knows that he approached it terribly. Yet, despite his clear remorse for what you might call the mismanagement of the situation, Twitch would still remove his new It's Bluish account for ban evasion. It seems a little unfair given his clear display of remorse, as well as the fact that it happened over 9 years ago now.
Disagree with that. He's still ban evading. He did not appeal the ban to Twitch. The reason why he did not appeal the ban to Twitch is because if I was Twitch and he appealed the ban, I would say, show me the fucking medical records. Let me talk to your doctor. You know, I don't believe you. And he didn't do that because he could rely on the community to take him on his word, and Twitch would have required it. See, that's why he didn't do it. See, Twitch is wrong, but he's wrong. No. Legally, they can't. Can they not do that? That's a HIPAA violation. It's illegal. I mean, if you're defrauding people because of a disability, there's no way that Twitch can compel him, even as a contractor, to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's probably the case. I feel like they can do that. It's very strict. I don't know. They can ask for it. It's legal to request it, but he legally does not have to comply. Well, that's fair. They legally don't have to unsuspend him, right? So it's still the same thing. Yeah, of course he doesn't have to. He's not legally bound to this. But they could still get the info. Yeah. So again, I bet this is really complicated, right? I bet there's like one person in here that knows what they're talking about. It's like 60,000 other people that are like, oh, well, actually no, because like this one time, actually it was my friend, my dad said, well, so he got fired, and I don't know how the fuck it happened. So I don't think it's against the law. So like, yeah, there's like one guy who knows what they're talking about, and like he writes like 2 paragraphs, and we're like, shut up, idiot, and he gets timed out by the automod. But like everybody else has no idea. But I feel like there could have been a way for them to verify this, or for them to at least allow him to verify it. And because he didn't, they didn't unban him. So I think that's the reason. Now, if that's against the law and I'm wrong on that, hey, yo, that's my L. But I think that could be the case.
However, it did seem like Twitch was in the process of unbanning his OG Zillion account, so perhaps he'll have another opportunity to do his stream the right way in the future.
I love these fucking videos. I love these videos so much. I watch them all the time. I love watching them with the chat. They are my favorite videos on the internet. I have so much fun watching them. I have so much fun going through them. I think Sunny is probably one of the best up-and-coming YouTubers. He's got more subscribers than I do on my YouTube now, and he deserves it. He does great. These videos are fucking amazing. Yeah, favorites video, never thumbs up. I don't click him a lot of the time, okay? Yeah, he's fucking great. He's amazing. I've watched a lot of his older videos. I think they've improved a lot. Drama Boy? Yes, it's drama. I love it. I think it's great, man. He kind of reaches in some of his videos, though. I think he did in his older videos, and he's gotten a lot better. Yeah, I did. I've watched many of his videos before, okay? Yeah, Drama. Watch another. Do another one, please. Let me see if there's any of the new ones. Instagram model that faked their entire career. If I watch this one, can we play the game after that? Can we just watch the sidewall video and just play the game after that? Can we do that? Like if is that good? Like if we do that? No. 490. Yeah. Well, let me see here. Give me a second. Let me. All right. Game now. All right. Why don't I do this? I will promise this video. I'm going to save it to my watch later. We will watch it either tomorrow or on Saturday. Okay? We will watch it. We will watch the video. It is just simply not going to be today. All right? That's all.